Hello, this is Rev Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from Jason Courtwright. And Jason asks a follow-up question to our earlier questions about cutting bonds or cords, which had been asked by Texas Pagan 1. Jason's question is whether there are certain bonds which cannot be severed no matter what you do. And my answer to this is that I would not go so far as to say that there are bonds that cannot be severed no matter what you do, but there are some that are very difficult to sever. The two that come to mind, the first occasion is that if you are not truly ready to release the cord or the psychic bond to another person, until you're ready to release it, nothing you do is really going to cut it, because you're actually holding on to it. There are things you can do to expedite that, such as soul retrieval, burning spells, and other things to work with the emotions that are holding on to it. But unless you actually release it, you cannot really release it. Now, of course, consciously you may think you have, but often we have to look much farther into ourselves than what is on the surface of our mind. And sometimes we think we've released things that we really have not released. So that's one occasion when simple spell work might not be enough to cut that cord, because whether you know it or not, you may be holding it. Now, the other occasion is karma. There are certain things that karma will drag you back to as long as you're attached to them until you learn the lesson of them. What can you do to expedite that? Well, you can try to learn the lesson, and you can tell Spirit, you know, I can learn this lesson in other ways. Please send it to me in other ways. That might help. Another thing you might do, again, is soul retrieval to look for the karmic origins of the bond. Or you might also work with psychic past life retrievals and things like this. However, until you've learned the lesson, whether through repeating the experience or merely through learning the lesson, you will not be able to sever that bond because you are still attached to it through karma. Those are the two main circumstances I can think of when you would not be able to cut the bond. And even then, eventually you will be. You just have to get there. So I hope that answers your question, and until next time, may you blessed be.
Hi, I'm Terry the Stone Lady. For all your crystal and stone needs,